friends. This event, the World of Cultures, is the Auckland City Council event for different cultures around the world. So this particular day is geared towards exposing and sharing the Filipino cultures. And so this event has got all the showcasing of Filipino cultures. So we have martial arts demonstration, we have poetry reading, we have book reading for the kids, we have fashion modeling for the Filipino dresses, and we have cultural dances galore.
Why is culture important, Roy?
Culture is very important, and when we talk about culture, it is a worldview. It is not just a Filipino culture. It is the culture of the world, and showcasing Filipino talents and our hospitality, our famous hospitality, and the smile and the food. It's just good for this culture to be showcased to the world, because as we know, we are all one global village, and exposing the Filipino hospitality and its world famous culture is very important, harnessing that strength and sharing it with other cultures in the world.
I think Auckland is made up of so many people coming from different countries all over the world. So when we come, we bring with us the culture. Culture is something like what makes us. Without culture, we are nobody. So culturally, even though we are in a foreign land, even now we call New Zealand our home, but we want to celebrate New Zealand culture and at the same time our own culture, so that our lives will be enriched. Not only our culture, but we also want to understand other people's culture. I think this is very important for people who live in New Zealand, who make up of so many people from different countries.
Fourth person, extended family. That was our life in the early years, because our families are all at home and we are here trying to get them in. Meantime, that is our little family, whoever is here. There are only about 7 of us in the early years. And we meet each other in a church here in Balmoral, and our priests in that place have more or less adopted us, so that priest become our, more or less like our grandfather. He makes sure that we are okay, because we are only very few. I think it's very important for us right now to have a unity, because together we are being noticed. If we notice now, most of the politicians wants to know about Filipino, because there are so many now. Another thing that is good is when somebody is in trouble, there's so many Filipino who helps. That's very important. And culture-wise, I don't know if people know, we have a Federation of Filipino Association, and that Filipino Association every year on Labor Weekend gather together one place after another every year. This year it's Rotorua. Next year it's Auckland. It's attended by at least no less than 5,000 Filipinos now, plus their friends. So it's really very important that we keep on. In the early years, if there is a problem by the Filipinos, the embassy will try to contact the Filipinos here in Auckland to help. At the same time, we tell the embassy what the problem is and we help. That was our life. But at the moment, we really need, like what we are doing now, people starting to know us.
Ako po si Van Sacasio. Ito po yung aking painting. So, ang title nito ay Life is Beautiful, kasi Nilagay ko yung mga bright colors na nagsisimbolize na, na napakaganda ng buhay natin. So, maging positibo lang tayo lagi sa buhay. Kasi, if you have a positive mindset, it's gonna bring positive things in our life. So, yun, continue lang sa buhay, huwag maging negatibo.
For the community. Kami supporting. Ang tagal-tagal na namin dito. Wala kami means the community. We don't see any access o sa dito sa mga dito. Availability is a problem. Then Romy and I we would be attending multicultural events in inspired because we see them all wearing their national costume, national dress, national apparel. From this age to that age, from the young ones to the young ones sa panahon. Sabi ko, why don't we do this in the Filipino community? It's about time. It's about time we show everybody our culture through our unique, elegant, beautiful fashion. Dapat makita na rin natin nila yan, di ba?
Well, this is really, aside from being a collection of fun and excitement, this is how we portray our identity as Filipino.
What is the importance of our culture in New Zealand?
It represents our identity. It represents our country. It represents our culture. And it represents our beauty. Our beauty as well, and also our national dress.
This is really a fantastic event, which is the Filipino Festival. This is the first one that was sponsored by the Auckland City Library, and it will become yearly already with the library. I have been doing this with my Council of Auckland Philippine Organizations and Samut-Sari Philippine Cultural Society in the Onihanga Library for a few years now. But now, the Auckland City Library took it over, and from this year going forward, it will be done here at Auckland City Library.
Tita Virge, why is culture important?
It is very important because that's how we foreigners or new immigrants here in New Zealand become known to our fellow ethnic groups and Filipino New Zealanders by knowing how we lived before, what we did, what is our education, what is our profession, what is our livelihood, what's our food, and whatever else about being citizens of this world.
It's always important to understand who you are, and culture is part of it. So it links us to where we came from, and it's going to take us to where we want to go, even in a foreign country. That's why we celebrate. That's why we bring our culture to wherever we can show our culture to other people. Mabuhay!
It's important. It's because, like, as a people, we have been all over the world, and for us Filipinos have settled here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. This is now what we call our home. It's important for us to celebrate as being part of this country, but also offering a part of our heritage to be a part of the fabric of, I would say, the country and also like the city here in Auckland. So for today, we're celebrating, as part of the World of Cultures initiative by the Auckland Council. It's called Fiesta Filipinas, where we impart and educate the public about the presence of the Filipino migrant community here in Auckland and its association with Auckland Central Library, which is also like a beautiful hub here in Auckland, which brings like the community together. I guess it's important for us not only like as a people, but also like as members of the society and the community to be a part of the wider New Zealand, nation, and just like I would say contribute to that part of like diversity in the country.
Culture is very, very important, especially that we're here in New Zealand. So I think it's very important for other people to know, especially the Filipino culture, where we're coming from,
so that it widens their horizon. They could understand more how Filipino behaves, how we are, how we dress, how we approach things, and even our greetings. So it's like it gives them an idea how we are as a Filipino, a happy people.
Now, you are a coffee painter. You're an artist, coffee painter.
Yes.
So how does your painting contribute to the Filipino culture?
So basically, if you will try to look at my paintings, so the theme of my paintings are very religious, so very Christian. So Philippines is a Christian nation, so it's part of our culture, our being religious or Christian. At the same time, I'm using coffee. Coffee is really embedded into Filipinos because the very first thing that we do when we wake up, make a cup of coffee. And it's something that sustains us for the rest of the day. And even like during the day, when somebody comes into our house, we don't offer soft drinks, we offer coffee.